Edna, Batey. How are you guys doing today? We're so excited to be here. We are here from the Back to Bach project, and we're excited to share our music and our knowledge with you today. So a bit about Back to Bach. This project began in 2014 in New Jersey, starting with just 3 performers on the stage, just like the one we're here on today. And from there, it grew globally. So now we have more than 70 regions across the globe, and we have more than 200 events every year. So we are part of the Sacramento branch of the Back to Bach project, and we have an exciting lineup for you today. But before that, I'd like to introduce my entire team. We're going to say maybe each our names and the instruments that we play. We represent a diversity of instruments, and we're excited to share that with you today. So, my name is Benjamin, and I play the cello. My name is Lero, and I play the piano.
My name is Michael, and I play viola.
My name is William, and I play cello.
My name is Megan, and I play the oboe.
My name is India, and I play the violin.
My name is Robbie, and I play piano.
My name is Alex, and I play the saxophone.
My name is Bridget, and I play the piano.
My name is Amalia, and I play the viola.
My name is Haoxing, and I play the viola.
My name is Samuel, and I play the flute.
All right. Now that's out of the way. So what we're doing here today is a couple of things. So first of all, we have a presentation about maybe a couple of the musical terms that we use every day, and we have a demonstration about that as well. After that, we have a slideshow, which is called How to Improve on Anything. We will share our tips on that. And after that, we have a slideshow about the types of ensembles that you might play in once you get to our age, once you get to middle school, high school, and beyond. And finally, make sure to listen closely, because we do have a quiz wheel up here, as you can see, and we do have some fun prize bags and pencils if you get the questions correct. Yeah, I think we're ready. Are you guys ready? That wasn't good enough. Are you guys ready? Okay, all right, let's get started. First of all, we have our musical terms presentation.
To our demonstration of musical terms, and we have our demonstrator here, William, who is going to be playing the cello. So, first of all, can anybody tell me what are dynamics in the blue? Exactly. So dynamics are the volume of a piece. Let's start with some vocabulary. So on the low end of the spectrum, we have piano, which means soft. Can you all say piano? Piano! So now we will have William demonstrate. Today he's going to be playing a piece called The Happy Farmer. Can you demonstrate the piano for me? we're moving on to mezzo piano, which means medium soft. Can you all say mezzo piano? Mezzo piano. Good. So now we will hear the mezzo piano. Now we're going to mezzo forte, which is medium loud. So can we all say mezzo forte? Mezzo forte. All right, let's hear the mezzo forte farmer. Forte, which is loud. Can you all say forte? Forte! Okay, the forte one. Now we're moving on to emotions. So can anybody tell me what emotions you think might be in music? How about in the pink? Right, exactly. Okay, let's hear the sad farmer. Can we hear another emotion? Maybe,
Anxiety.
let's hear the anxious farmer. Tempo. So can anybody tell me what is tempo? How about in the group? Exactly. You guys are really smart. So tempo is how fast or slow a piece goes. So starting again on the low end of the spectrum, the slowest tempo we have is largo, which means very slow. Can we all say largo? Largo! All right, so let's hear the largo farmer. I was going to fall asleep. All right, so now we have adagio, which means slow. Can we all say adagio? Adagio! Good. And then andante, at a walking pace. Can we all say andante? Andante. Now we have moderato, moderato, which is medium. and then allegro, quickly and bright, and finally we have presto, which means very fast. So let's hear the presto part. Who thinks he can play it faster? You guys want to hear him play it faster? Okay, let's hear it. So dynamics, emotions, and tempo are what make music interesting.
All right, thank you, Bridget and William, for that segment. Let's give them another round of applause. That's pretty fun. And so between our slideshows, we'd like to demonstrate for you a couple of performances, just to see those dynamics and those tempos and those emotions in action. So first of all, while we're setting up, Lero has a piano piece. This piece is by Beethoven, Ludwig van Beethoven. Some of you might know him, one of the great composers of classical music. And he was actually alive. He was born in 1770. So that's almost 300 years ago. 300 years ago, we're still playing his music today. And this one comes from one of his piano sonatas. So I think we'll let Lero set up right there. Yeah, while we're waiting, I'm really curious. Do any one of you play a musical instrument? Yes? How many pianists in here? Pianists? Yes? Any other instruments? Maybe violin, guitar? Yes? What do you play? Yeah, what do you play? Recorder? Oh, okay. Anyone else? You right here? Piano? Okay, piano. Maybe someone over here? Right here with glasses? What do you play? Guitar. Oh yeah. All right. We don't have a guitar here. We don't have a recorder here, but we do have a lot of the other instruments, and you'll hear from them shortly.
Hello everyone. I will be playing Ludwig van Beethoven's Sonata, Opus 28. Beethoven has written 32 sonatas throughout his lifetime for piano. This is just a type of piece, usually consisting of 3 to 4 movements. And the one that I'm going to be playing is one of his latest ones, number 28. And you'll find that if you listen to his late sonatas, they're often full of conflict, but the one I chose is one of his most moderate and good-hearted sonatas, so I hope you enjoy that.
Claro for the Beethoven. Now we're moving on to a session we call the types of ensembles, and I'll hand it over to our wind players today.
All right, so as Benjamin said, we'll be talking about ensembles. Can everyone say ensembles? Beautiful. Now, does anyone know what ensemble means? I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with groups. Over there in the white jacket. Perfect. Yes, an ensemble is a group of musicians that works together and creates music, beautiful music. So let's look at a few ensembles. Let's start with the string orchestra. Now, what do you guys notice about the pictures here, about the string orchestra in the green jacket? Yes, there are many different sizes of instruments that are being played by the musicians here. So let's take a look and talk about a few of these instruments. Next slide. So first, let's talk about the violin. Now, this is the smallest instrument in the string orchestra, but it also plays the highest notes. So if we can hear maybe the highest note on a string. All right, we don't seem to have a violin today, but that's okay. The main thing to know about a violin is that it is the highest instrument in a string orchestra. Next, we have the viola. Now, the viola looks very similar to violin, so it may be really easy to mix them up. But the viola sounds much different and plays a much different role in the string orchestra than the violin. So while the violin plays the melody generally and holds the melody and plays the song, the viola tends to be in more the background to support the violin. An equally important role, but maybe not as prominent as the violin. Next, we have the cello. Now, we saw William with this cello already. As you know, it's very big. That's one of the main differences between the violin, viola, and the cello. Another cool thing about the cello is that it also is a bit more in the background, meaning that it actually holds the background and helps the song develop and strengthen. And finally, we have the bass. Now, funny thing about the bass is that it might actually be taller than some of you guys. So this instrument is quite big. Usually you'll find bassists standing up and actually playing. The bass holds, you guessed it, the bass line. So what it does is that it holds the very foundation that a piece is built off of. Another type of musical ensemble is the concert band. So the concert band is also a musical ensemble, but in this case there are no strings. Most of the instruments in a concert band are wind instruments, such as the ones we play. There are three main sections in the concert band. The first is the front row, or the front couple of rows, which contain the woodwinds, which include flute, oboe, clarinet, etc. There are the middle rows, which contain the brass section, which include trumpet, tuba, and trombone, and other instruments. And lastly, the percussionists, which stand in the back. Percussionists play instruments like the bass drum, the timpani, snares, and all kinds of effects. The highest instrument in a concert band is the piccolo. Or if there is no piccolo in the musical ensemble, it's a flute. The lowest is always going to be a tuba.
All right, now moving on to the symphony orchestra. Take a look at the slide and tell me, do you notice any instruments that are similar? Do you see anything that we might notice from the concert band or the string orchestra? Yoda. Trumpet? Yes, I see trumpets right there. Any other instruments? Raise hand, please. Violin? Yes. So we see both groups of string orchestra and the concert band in this ensemble. The symphony orchestra is is actually usually the largest ensemble and has around 80 to 100 members. That's a lot of members. And so what you see is just in the back are usually the band members, which are the trumpets and the flutes. And then in the front, nearest to the conductor in the middle, is the violins, violas, cellos, etc. Now this is one of my favorite ensembles because I get to participate in it so much during the fall season. This is the marching band, and basically what you do for parade, the parade style is marching straight down the street and just playing for the people who stand alongside on the sidewalk. And this is actually my marching band, and I was the drum major, which is the conductor, so you don't see me in this picture, but I was in the front. And then next one, the next type of marching band is the field shows. Basically, they stand on a football field and perform with all of these props, and it's really amazing because you just go left, right, behind, everywhere. And usually these instruments are for the concert band, except for the percussionists, which you'll see on the bottom right. They have to wear harnesses in order to keep up their instruments, so it can be very hard for the backs.
And the final ensemble we'll be talking about today is the jazz band. Now, a few things that you might notice about the jazz band is that there's a lot of gold instruments, brass instruments. So you might see these instruments like trumpet, trombone, and saxophone, maybe not in an orchestra, but more in like a concert band or a marching band. You might also notice that the bass is there. Remember that big instrument that I was talking about earlier? The bass is also an important part of the jazz band, doing the same thing, holding down the foundation of the piece. Now, a lot of jazz bands do is something called improv. While you might see other bands use sheet music and play directly off the music, what jazz band performers do is that they actually go off of the music. They play away from the sheet music and make their own melodies on the fly during pieces. So let's hear a bit of jazz.
Just a moment while Alex sets up his instrument. So Alex will be playing saxophone and doing a little bit of improv, and Robbie is going to support him on the piano.
As we've seen, there are just so many musical ensembles, each one with a unique type of music style, instruments, all sorts. So which music group would you like to join? And more specifically, which instruments would you like to play? You can... Say that again? Piano is a really great option. Anyone else? Xylophone, that is a percussion instrument. You play those in concert band and symphony orchestra as well. Keyboard? Keyboard's really great for jazz band, I think.
All right, and now we will move on. We have another performance.
So today I will be playing a very happy piece for you guys today on the piano. You guys might recognize it from Peanuts or Charlie Brown. It's the Linus and Lucy theme.
Thank you so much, Bridget. You'll hear more from our wind players later on. We have another final performance scheduled. But after this, and this is our slideshow about how to improve at anything. It's our own secret.
How to improve at anything. Okay, so how are we good at what we do? Do we have superpowers? Unfortunately, we do not have superpowers. We are not born with skills for any musical instrument. So there's 3 steps to get really good at something. So first step, find your interest. When your school offers you an opportunity to learn an instrument, check it out. See which instrument is your favorite. You might like the beautiful sound of the violin, or the percussive sound of a piano, or the victorious sounding trumpet, or the light and airy flute, which you'll hear later on, or the thoughtful sound of the guitar. So how do I choose? There's so many choices to choose from. Don't miss any opportunities when you are given the chance, and tell your parents and teachers about your newfound interest. Second step, make a decision. So decide what you want to get really good at, the interest or hobby you choose. Be determined to be awesome at it. Close your eyes and imagine yourself being amazing at whatever you picked. You have to make a decision to work hard. Third step, practice every day. Every single day. So practicing every single day and don't skip a day. That's how to be good at everything. So when you do it every day, your hobby becomes a passion, and when it's a passion, you'll love it to do it every day. And every day you'll get better at it and love it more and more. So just to recap, the 3 steps to get really good at something: find your interest, make a decision, and then practice every day. Okay, so let's see if you remember. So what's the first step? Repeat after me. Find your interest.
Find your interest.
Make a decision.
Make a decision.
And practice every day.
Practice every day.
Thanks, Hao-Ching. Before we move on to our little quiz wheel, hopefully you guys remembered what we've learned today. We do have a final demonstration, a final performance by our oboe and flute duo.
Can somebody tell me what a duo is? In the back, all the way over there. Can you say that again? Two? Yes. Two is exactly right. So that's why we have two players here, and we call it a duet. So today we will be playing Rondo in C by Vanderhagen, and it is just really fun, and there's a lot of call and response, so I hope you enjoy.
All right, thanks so much, Megan and Samuel. Now is the moment you guys have been waiting for, I'm sure, and that's the quiz wheel. So I'll turn it over to these guys.
All right, are you guys ready for some games? I don't know, are you guys really ready? All right. So right over here, I have this super fancy quiz wheel. And how this is going to work is we're going to, one at a time, pick someone who would like to volunteer, who would like to spin the wheel, answer a question, and if you get it right, we have a couple prizes here for you. Is that okay? Yeah?
And these questions are going to cover everything you've learned on these slides today about practicing and musical terms. So we hope you were paying attention.
All right, so let's have our first volunteer. Who do you think I should pick? You can go with you right there. Yeah. Oh, we can have you first, and then the person in the back. All right. You can do the second person, don't worry. No, come on, we'll do the second person. All right, and the question is, what's the second step to get really good at something? Do you remember what the second step was? Yes, that was correct. Good job. And we have a couple prizes over there.
Yes, the second step is to make a decision. Right. Spin the wheel. I wonder what the question will be. What's the first step to getting really good at something?
Something that you are interested in, like a musical instrument, you should get into it, look into it.
Yes, yes, find your interest. Good job.
Okay, maybe somebody from this side of the room. How about all the way in the back, in the green? You right. Okay, no, both of you can come. Okay, come on up. I saw you patiently waiting. And let's spin the wheel. Let's see. What are 3 instruments that you can learn? 3.
The flute, the guitar, and the cello.
Good job. That's exactly it. And we have time for maybe one more person. Maybe there's so many people. Who do you think we should choose? How about you right there in the orange? Yes. Come on up. What is the fastest tempo, guys? We heard William play it with the Happy Farmer. Do you remember what that's called? Pento, that's close. It's pra. Presto, perfect.
Thank you guys so much for playing with us. And while not everyone could get a gourmet tote bag or a pencil, we hope you learned something and can use this information to continue or begin your musical journey.
Thanks so much, you guys. We just wanted to open up the floor if you had any questions for all of us up here. Any questions for us? Oh yeah, over here in the red. What if we can't hear? Ooh, that's a good question. If we're deaf, then you would probably just go by feel. You would either feel the keys or you might feel the strings. Yeah, you know, Beethoven, which Lero played today, he was actually deaf once he got to his later years, but he still made really great music. I'm pretty sure Lero's sonata is from the later years, so that's when he's at least partially deaf. So yeah, that's not an obstacle at all, really. Thanks. Couple more? Back there? Can you speak louder, please? Reached our what? Black belt? In martial arts? What? I'm sorry? The keys? The beats? I'm sorry. Would you like to come up here?
The belts, like your yellow belt for cosplay.
Oh. Do you guys? Oh, okay. Actually, we don't have this system.
Is this for recorder? For flute? Yeah. So when I was in elementary school, I actually had a similar system. I don't think I reached black belt though. I think I reached around like purple or orange. But I did have that belt system, and it's a great way to learn and bring out your music expertise.
All right, a final question. Final question before Maybe there with the wristwatch in the pink? Yes. Well, how tall is the bass? Probably that high. It's even taller than us. It's a true. Yeah, thank you for that. We'll have to wrap it up here, guys. I'm so sorry. But we're out of time. We sincerely enjoyed having you guys here today. You guys were a great audience, and we really enjoyed playing for you. Thank you so much.